समारम्भस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरक्षिते गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमः। तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे त्वं मां चरणं। My heartily Dandot and Pranam in the lotus feet of my Diksha Guru, Nitya Leela Pravishtam Visnupriya Devi Bhakti Pradhan Keshav Goswami. And standing in the lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru, Nitya Leela Pravishtam Visnupriya Devi Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Oh, I think by the mercy of Guru and Gauranga, our program here from 4-5 days, going on very smooth, very easily, no complaint. So many devotees from here and there, no complaint at all. So thank you for management. Especially so many new devotees are coming. So many new. You know that in India, all the festivals, wish is Krishna. Also in India, time has been divided into 6 ritus. Seasons. There are 12 months and each divided into 2 months and that becomes 6. And among all the 6 seasons, most glorious is Vasanta Ritu, springtime. Why? In India, season becomes so pleasant. Everywhere you go in field, you say yellow. What is yellow? Krishna takes his garments yellow. Why? Because his most beloved Srimati Radhika is yellow. So all the fields, everywhere, this golden color, like Vasanta. Everywhere you can see in India. Very pleasant time. Not cold so much, not so much. Spring season. They are very cool, fragrant. All kinds of flower in India will now, in day and night. Raat ki Rani, you know? Night queen and so many flowers. Belly, Chaveli, Jui and all others. River's water becomes very, very pure. Very pure. Everywhere, Ganges and Jamunas and all. If they are waiting for Krishna and Radhika. So, today is especially beginning of Vasanta Ritu, Vasant season. And there was Ras dance of Krishna in Govardhan, in Rasaulu, Chandra Sarovar. All the gopis were dancing with Krishna. And it was how much long? thousands and thousands of years. One day of Brahma and moon stood up, not moving, only seeing the dance of Gop and Radhika and all the Sakhis with Krishna. It has come from Rasa. Rasa means Ananda, Anandananda. So first day, Rasa was there. But what became? Also there is a Rasa in Sardiya, in Kartik month, in the beginning of Kartik. In Vrindavan, under the shade of Bansi, but all classes of gopis are there. But in this Rasa, in Govardhan or Vasanta, only the Sakhis of high class of Sakhis are there. And there, Krishna showed the prominence of Srimati Radhika there. In the Rasa, he disappeared. He disappeared. All gopis were crying bitterly. Where is Krishna? Where is? They were searching all. So all the gopis were searching. And they saw, oh Krishna, but 400 nearby. And he was like a statue standing. When Gopi went nearer, they saw, oh, he is Krishna but not Krishna. Oh, my Krishna, not 400. Where had gone his float and his peacock feather and all these things? And he has now Shankh, Chakra, Gada, Padma in 4 hands. Then they prayed to him. We are very attached to Krishna. We are searching Krishna. Without Krishna we will die. Please be merciful. If you Narayan, then you should give the way, tell the way where is Krishna. And be merciful that we will have Krishna. I am praying this day. Went away. Srimati Radhika was coming. Air was coming from the bell of, touching the bell of Srimati Radhika. Oh, so much fragrance. And when Radhika came nearer, and that air came in the nose of Krishna, and he saw, oh, my most beloved is coming. He forgot to keep his 4 hands. At once, 2 hands disappeared, and his original form was there, floating his hand, and then peacock feather was there, only 2 hands. So Krishna could not hide his form, because when he sees Radhika, most beloved, embodiment of love and affection is Srimati Radhika, not other than Krishna. Herself, himself Krishna, but embodiment of Radhika. So he forgot at least. And he came in the form. And quickly, he embraced Srimati Radhika. So this is Vasanti Rasa. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asking some question to Rai Ramananda Prabhu. What is our sadhana and sadhana? And beginning from Varnashram Dharma, Rai Ramananda was, Mahaprabhu was asking and he was replying. To be in Varnashram Dharma, in family life, and to please Krishna, this is the best. But Mahaprabhu rejected this. Oh, no relation with, pure relation with soul to Krishna. So he refused. And thus, after that he told that, what? Oh, you should offer your all karmas and karma fruits in the lotus of Krishna. Mahaprabhu rejected this also. Oh, it is okay, but go on. And after that, you should take shelter in the lotus of feet of Krishna. That in Gita he has told. What he told? Sarva dharma parisajya. Mamekam sharana. You should take shelter in me, in my lotus feet, and you will be happy forever. This is the essence of Gita. Whole world knows. Mahaprabhu rejected it. Go on. And then he told about bhakti. Gyan Mishra bhakti. Brahma Bhuta, and he rejected. And then he came in Prema Bhakti. Mahaprabhu told, they say it may be. Go on. And then he came Dasya, Shakya, Vatsalya. Oh, very good, very good. But go on. To serve Krishna in the mood of what? I am his servant. I am his friend. I am his father and mother. In Bhakti Ras, Krishna is not father and mother. Supreme Lord cannot be father and father and he may be son only. If we think that Krishna is our father and mother, we cannot serve because father and mother serves his children. So we don't allow. And after that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, go on more, and then he told, Gopi Prem is highest among all. We should try to serve Krishna, that he is our beloved. And among them who is? Oh, Srimati Radhika. You should give an example. And he gave example of Sabhya. All gopis were there dancing with Krishna. Two Krishna, and among them one gopi. And two gopis, among them one Krishna. Oh, lakhs of gopis and lakhs of Krishna were dancing. But Krishna disappeared. Why he disappeared? To please Radhika. And he took Radhika with him. But no one knew where Krishna is and where is that beloved. So, Gopi Prem is the highest. And Radhika is also most beloved. But Mahaprabhu here asked a question here. Though it seems that Krishna took Srimati Radhika, met with Radhika after his disappearance. But he was sharing from all gopis. So, Radhika is not highest. When in the front of all the gopis, he will take Radhika and he will go. Then for Radhika he can openly give up all the gopis. Then Radhika is highest. His love is highest. Then he told, this Vasanta Ras. Krishna was there, dancing with all the gopis. Sulky mood came. Oh, Krishna always promised that you are most beloved. I am saying that he is dancing with me and with all gopis. So we are all equal perhaps in the eyes of Krishna. So Radhika became in sulky mood, somewhat like angry. And he left the Ras in front of all the gopis. Oh, Krishna followed. Oh, if there is no Radhika, no Ras. For Radhika I am going off. He is my half, my full.
My soul.
She is my Guru. She is my servant. She is my servant. He is everything. Without Radhika is my life and soul. She is my Atma. He declared openly in this Vasanti Ras. Then Mahaprabhu, oh, all right. And then he questioned, oh, I want to know from you Krishna Tattva, Radha Tattva, Prem Tattva, Ras Tattva. And when he openly began to describe, he stopped his mouth. Don't. There are no in this world any qualified person to hear all these things. And if you will tell, oh, at once I will have to become Krishna, giving up this form of Sachinandan Gaudhari. So he stopped. So today is the same Vasanta. Here he declared openly that my most beloved, superior, supermost is Srimati Radha. No difference between Radhika and Krishna. Krishna has become Radhika from his left side. So, if Radhika is happy, we can make her happy. Then we will be happy. Krishna will be controlled very easily. This is Vasanta. Today is also birthday of Visnupriya devi, the wife of the power, the energy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. She is one of the manifestations of Srimati Radhika, Visnupriya devi. Especially she is manifestation of Satyabhama, Bhu-Shakti. Oh, he was high class of love and affection of Sachinandan Gaudhari. He was married. But for so many years, Mahaprabhu was always observing in Radha mood. Ha Krishna, Ha Krishna. He had no time to talk with her. Though they were in one house, like one family, in one house, but he was always observed. Sometimes lying down on the earth. Evam pratasva priyanam pritya. Chatanurago dvitachitto chay hasattatho rodati rauti gayat unamadavat lokavaya. Like this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always waiting. Oh, if you want to have Krishna love, you have to follow me. Always waiting for Krishna. Always waiting. Whole life we see. From beginning and after more, when he took sannyas and left everything and went to Jagannath Puri. And when he met with Rai Ramanand, more and more, whole life like weeping. So Visnupriya was married though, but Mahaprabhu in his family life, he never talked with Visnupriya. Always, when he returned from Gaya, he was changed totally. He was not Nimai Pandit. He became like what?
Bhavuk Nimai.
Bhavuk Nimai. Always. Observing is Krishna Prema. But the inhabitants of, especially the students and teachers of Navadvip, schools, they became unfavorable. They wanted to control Sachinandan Gaudhari. And they wanted to beat him. So Mahaprabhu told that, I came to give a medicine for all, for cold road, disease. But they are going to quarrel with me, to insult me. So I should take sannyas. And then again they will weep for me. And thus I will immerse the whole world in Krishna prema and love. All will should be. Even Mayavadi, like Mayavadi like Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Prakasham. So he took sannyas. When he decided that I should take sannyas, renounce order, at very day, his wife Visnupriya devi went to take bath in Ganges. When she was going, उनको हुचट लग गई.
She injured her feet.
Feet. Toe. And some blood began to come. Why it became? And when he was taking bath in the river Ganges, the same nose ring of the marriage day, very auspicious for ladies. So it went in the Ganges. And she was searching so much, but she could not find. Why today all these things are coming? So she was weeping bitterly. And when she came in the house, she was weeping. Sachi Maiya told, "Oh my daughter, why you are weeping so? Oh, today I was going to take bath. My feet was injured. And in the Ganges, I lost the same nose ring of the marriage day. So what is in my fate, I don't know." Anyhow, she wanted to console. In the night, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was never favorable, Mahaprabhu. Today, he was decorated Mahaprabhu. He decorated his ears. And he took betel nut in his mouth. And after taking some milk prasadam, what prasadam? Today in morning he went to visit and to meet with all his associates. And he brought some milk. And one Loki from Siddhartha, to whom he was quarreling always. And told mother, you should make a lucky for this. With sugar and so many things. And offer to Krishna and then give me. He took that, taking betel nut also, and like a luxurious person, he came in the house of Visnupriya devi. And today, with very love and affection, "Oh, how are you? How are you?" And decorated her. All these things. Gave some garland, very beautiful garland, betel nut in her mouth. And now chattering and pattering so much. Now she is remembering. I have seen a hurricane light full of kerosene oil. And when it is about to finish, what? And then dhak. Finish. So why my fate is so? From morning I am saying. And now why he is decorating me, giving betel nut, decorating me so much. And flattering words he is telling to me, "My dear, most beloved me." Why he is doing? She was thinking. And in the meantime, Yogamaya came. He did not want to sleep, but by the power of Yogamaya, he slept. And what began? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw a glance, and then he stood up and wanted to take sannyas, so he wanted to give up everything. Without giving everything in this world, how you can love Krishna totally? If your love and affection is divided to so many things, how you can? So we have seen in India, high class of devotees like Raghunath Das Goswami, Rupa Goswami, and all. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they left their all position, all wealth, all reputation, father, mother, wife, children, even, sit together. Weeping for Krishna, they came out of their home, took sannyas. Not remembering them, always remembering home. Krishna, 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 right. So Mahaprabhu, when he was coming out of his home, he saw that his mother is dead. What standing? No tears in his eyes. Where went these tears? Joy. She was now a statue there. Nothing was there. She was like dead, a statue. At that time, what should I do? She forget everything. Only air coming and going, but he has no sense of Mahaprabhu. Why it became? By Yogmaya. Mahaprabhu empowered her also by Yogmaya. And Mahaprabhu did parikrama 3 times, 4 times, mother, and touched the lotus feet of mother. Mother, I am going for Krishna, to search Krishna. Where is my beloved Krishna? And he came nearby, Ganges was there. Very cold day, very cold, in the midst of night. Oh, dark night. And he jumped in the, Krishna, and jumped in the Ganges. Ganges was full of lot of waves. And he came out of the river there. And there, in Kantak Nagari, he took sannyas. After sannyas, what became? He went to Puri. And from Puri he returned to go to Vrindavan. In the way he came to Navadvip. And when he came to Navadvip, all inhabitants of Navadvip began to come to take darshan of Sachinandan Gaudari. Even dogs, if a blind person sees you, they began to come. Anyhow, by boat, by here and there, they came. Mother also came, Sachimaya. But only one was not there. Who was? Vishnu. Why she could not? This is the symptom of love and affection. Most dearest thing, if you will give up for Krishna, this is the symptom that you have some love and affection. So Visnupriya was not there. All can come but she. And what she was doing there? Weeping. How? She was more detached from worldly things than even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How she used to maintain her life. She used to take some rice and counting them. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Washing them in her tears, water, and keeping. One by one, up till midday, sun. And after them, it was going to cook. And she used to cook some vegetables. And she used to give it to Mother Sachin. And she used to offer to his deity Narayan. And after that, she used to take very little. And he used to keep for anyhow to keep. Always doing what? Remembering the pastimes of Krishna, Sachinandan. And his life is totally like Krishna. Chanting Hare Krishna day and night. After some time, Mahaprabhu gave him anyhow a deity of Nimba, wood. And that is still anywhere in Navadvip here and there. She used to worship and talking with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Weeping bitterly, and Mahaprabhu used to come. What she used to offer, Mahaprabhu coming, like Sachi Maya, she also remembered Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he used to come. He was bound to come by love and affection. So Sachi Maya, Visnupriya is the birthday of Vishnu. So she is called Prema Bhakti herself, embodiment. If anyone wants to serve Mahaprabhu or Radha Krishna, they should be like Vishnu. So much renounced than anyone, even to Mahaprabhu also. He was renounced but not like me. He was always surrounded with so many bhakts. All were consoling. He was none to console. None. So, Visnupriya devi ki. Also today is the birthday of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami and Raghunandan Thakur. So, who will speak? Madhav Maharaj told the life history of Visnupriya Devi in the morning. What you told?
I spoke very good.
So you should speak something about Raghunath Das Goswami. Essence of
You said Visnupriya is Purushati, like Lakshmi?
no Satyabhama.
So we're hearing now that with it's like Raj.
Yes.
So how is such Dharma coming in?
Oh, Radhika has come like Gadadhar. Sarup Damodar Raya Raman has come like Lalita Vishakha. So no harm. If Satyabhama comes in anyhow in Navadip Lila. In the association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or the associates of Nishingadev, Ramchandra, all carnation come because he is inclusive to all. So no harm.
But in Swaitadvip?
Eh?
In Swaitadvip?
Yes, also. All can. There is everything in Krishna. What is absurd?
What is impossible?
No, Vedanta Sutra. Tasmin Chitta. All absurd thing, impossible thing, opposite even, they can be in Krishna. No. So Mahaprabhu is himself Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So no.
So it is said that
More louder?
we worship Vishnupriya and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the path of Archana,
Yeah.
Shravnam, Kirtanam, Shishnaram.
In Archan Marg, we can serve Visnupriya and Mahaprabhu. And in Bhav Marga, Gaur Gada. Go.
Om Ganatmandisya, Anjana Shalakaya, Chakshu, Vanchakapatu, Vyastya, Vikasandre, Chakatijanam, Vaishnavi, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Shri Gurudeva, Shri Vasanta Pancamī. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
If you want to be devotee, pure devotee, you will have to follow Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. Oh. We are not following. We want to follow, but we become weak. Like in the words of Gaur Govind Maharaj, Mr. Dog, Mr. Hog, Mr. Pig, like this. Some are camels, some are what? Tigers, bears, like so. We are like that.
Or do just like honor and famous.
So we should try to follow Raghunath Das Goswami. How he was rich, wealthy, he has so much position. He left everything for us. Oh Krishna, oh Krishna, oh Sachinandan Gaura. By the mercy of Nityananda, quickly went to Mahaprabhu. What taking? Nothing. Nothing. Anyhow, maintaining his life. Whole life he was so. He went to Vrindavan after departure of Mahaprabhu and he in Radha Kunda, and how he was. So you should tell some brief.
So, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, he was born into a very rich aristocratic family. His father and uncle, Hiranyan and Govardhan Majumdar. So from his very early childhood, young Raghunath, he was blessed with very high sadhusanga. Going to the house of his father was Haridas Thakur. Previously, Srila Gurudeva has explained how Haridas Thakur, he would take young Raghunath on his lap and nourish him with very sweet Harikatha. Also, in his family, the priest, the guru, was Yadunandanacharya. Yadunandanacharya was a very intimate disciple of Sri Advaita Acharya. So, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had taken sannyas in Jagannath Puri and absorbed in ecstasy, he was on his way to Vrindavan. Then Lord Nityananda, he tricked him by having some young boys direct him on the path of the Ganges, having him think that was the Yamuna. Getting to, going along the bank of the Ganges, he saw Advaitacharya. And he asked Advaitacharya, "Oh, what are you doing in Vrindavan?" And Advaitacharya told him that, "Oh, wherever you are, that this is Vrindavan." And then he understood that Nitai had tricked him. So Advaitacharya took him to his house in Shantipur. And there, Raghunath Das, he was a very, very young boy. And because he had this very intimate relationship with Advaitacharya through Yadunandanacharya, then he was able to get the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Daily, for 7 days, he would receive his Mahaprasad. Advaitacharya arranged that daily he would go and he'd render personal service and massage the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. From that time, he had this spontaneous attraction to be with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he was still a very, very small boy. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, on his way, then he went to Jagannath Puri, and then he decided that he would go again to Vrindavan. Going to Vrindavan, he went through Shantipur, second time. And this time, Raghunath Das, he was now a teenage boy. And he approached Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and begging him that he wanted to leave his family situation and be with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he told him, "Oh, don't be a mad fellow. That now that you're still young and still immature in your bhakti, that wait till your bhakti matures. That you go home, you worship the lotus feet of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. Externally, you perform your activities, but internally, worship the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. And in due course of time, everything will be arranged." So, Raghunath Das, going home, but time and time again, he would try and escape to go and take shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But his father, he would have him caught. He had 5 guards guarding him, and they would even bind him. Even they married him to a very, very beautiful and chaste young lady. And though his mother was telling the father that we should get some means by which we should shackle Raghunath. And father said, "Look, that even he has a wife who is so beautiful and he has all opulences, but still he cannot be shackled." So by and by, Lord Nityananda, he was also traveling in the area, and he went to Panihati. At that time, Raghunath Das begged his father that to give him permission that he could go and take darshan of Lord Nityananda. Then, whilst Lord Nityananda was at Panihati, on the bank of the Ganges, he was sitting on a rock with thousands of devotees, and Raghunath Das, coming with some associates, he paid his obeisances from a distance. Then one of the associates of Lord Nityananda, he pointed out to Lord Nityananda that, oh, there's Raghunath Das. And immediately, Lord Nityananda, he called to Raghunath Das, oh, you thief, you come here. And Raghunath Das, very meekly, he was brought to the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. And Lord Nityananda, he benefited him by placing his 2 lotus feet on his head. He told him, he said that you're a thief, that you're trying to achieve the 2 lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But you should know that these 2 lotus feet, that they're my property. That no one can achieve the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without coming through me. So Lord Nityananda here, he's teaching Guru Tattva. That if we want to achieve the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that we must first approach Gurudeva. We must surrender to Sri Guru. Because Lord Nityananda, he's a kind of Guru Tattva. He is the full manifestation of Gurudeva. So without taking shelter of Guru, then we can never achieve the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What to speak of achieving the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. And to achieve the lotus feet of Gurudeva, then we must always serve and honor all Vaishnavas. So here, Lord Nityananda, he's teaching this very valuable instruction. So to punish him, then he ordered him that he should have a chip rice festival and feed all the Vaishnavas. During the time of the feeding of prasad, then unbeknown to most of the devotees who were earning prasadam, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared. And between Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they went down the aisles of devotees, and they were also feeding each other from their chip rice. Then, afterwards, the devotees, they went to the place of Raghava Pandit. And there, Lord Raghunath Das, he made a plea through devotees to ask Lord Nityananda's mercy that he would be able to achieve the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There, Lord Nityananda, he told him, he said that you should know that all the obstacles to achieving the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that now they've been removed. By the mercy of Lord Nityananda, or by the mercy of Guru, then all obstacles on the path of devotion, they become removed. And in due course, you'll be able to achieve those 2 lotus feet. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he'll put you under the care of Sarup Damodar, and you'll be known as Sarupera Raghu. So, very happily, Raghunath Das, he went back home, and he was attending to his duties. And one day, the family priest and his guru, Yadunandanacharya, he was looking for the pujari for his temple. And he came to Raghunath Das asking. Raghunath Das, he says, no, I have not seen. And Yadunandanacharya was going to go on looking for this priest. But Raghunath Das, he said, no, that you can go home, and I will look for him, and I'll find him, and I'll bring him back to the home, so that he can worship the deities. So, previously, up to this point, the father of Raghunath Das, Govardhan Majumdar, he would keep very strict guard on Raghunath Das with about 5 to 7 people. But now these guards, seeing that Raghunath Das was with Guru, then they thought that, oh, so there's no problem, he's in safe hands. So, going to look for the priest, Raghunath Das now found himself by himself, and taking the opportunity, quickly he just ran through the forest road. He did not take the high road, but rather he went through the side road. And for 12 days, hardly taking any food, hardly taking any milk. In fact, only 3 of those 12 days, he took some milk from some farmers. And in due course, after 12 days, he reached Jagannath-puri. And there, taking shelter of the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, in due course, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he put Raghunath Das under the care
Gaur Pramanand. When he reached to Mahaprabhu, all the devotees were singing. So we should have this Mahamantra. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Guru Nityananda Sarveda Radha Shivasari Gauranga Maharaj. You have heard about Raghunath Das Goswami. Without the mercy of Guru, you cannot have love and affection for Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So first, Guru Kripa is essential. Guru Nishtha is the backbone of all kinds of bhakti. So when we receive the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, how quickly his all problems and everything quickly went away. And he left for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why he left his home? We should be in house with father, mother, wife and husband, and we should do bhajan. Oh, that is one kind of bhajan. It cannot give love and affection for Krishna. One day you will have to be loved thoroughly. The symptom of bhakti that you are doing Shramanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, you are chanting, remembering Krishna. First effect will be what? Vairagyam, Jnanam cha jayadaha to come. Renounce so whether you are in worldly life or but if you are chanting seriously, perfectly, so these renounce must come. We have heard about Guru Nanak. When he was young, his father told that we have a big shop. You should go to market and bring from nearby any big town and you should bring so many paraphernalia for that. And he went. He was going to the market. In the midway, he saw that so many Vaishnava sadhu were there. There was no management of prasadam. So quickly he went to market and buy so many paraphernalia and make a mahotsav for them. And he had spent all the money for them. And he returned back to home empty-handed. So, empty-handed. His father told, where is ingredients? All these things that I told, where is rice, where is dal, where is ghee, and where is all these things? Oh, I have done a good market. What? I have given all in the
service of
Vaishnava. I have given it all. So I have done a very good market for my future life, for all. Because there is so much a strong belief in Krishna that if you will serve Krishna, Krishna will give up everything. But we have no such belief. We cannot give a price. Very, very hard. Only some are that they can give. But he get everything. So, if Raghunath Das was chanting, remembering Krishna, brought up by Haridas Thakur, initiated by Jadunandan, some effect, good effect will come. What became? At once, of this detachment from world came. Now Krishna is his father, Krishna is his mother, Krishna is everything. No? Everything. And this detachment came. And so much attachment to Krishna. All tattva came in his heart. And quickly he left his heart. He left his beautiful wife. At that time his wife was Miss Universe even. He left. Very hard to be. His father and mother, he was only one son of his father. Father were two. Very wealthy, like king, but he came. And how? Not in the main road he was going. Hiding. By village way anyhow. Not taking anything. Some mudi, murmura.
Pork rice.
Of soil. Anyhow, some milk from And anyhow, he passed the way of 1 month quickly in 12 days. There was no, at that time, rails and motors and anything else. No airplane, nothing. So quickly he ran away. No bar, nothing. Only running and running. And when he came in Jagannath Puri, he did not went to Jagannath to take darshan of Jagannath, Baldeshwar. He directly came to in the Council of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where Swarup Damodar, Raya Ramananda, also they were there. Anyone told that, oh, Raghunath has come. Oh, Raghunath. He quickly embraced him. Oh, Raghunath, we have come from the stool. What? Ditch.
The ditch of stool.
Ditch of a stool. Once Mahaprabhu told that you should return back to home, now he is telling that all worldly life is like a stone, and anyhow Krishna has delivered you from this. Is so merciful Krishna that you came from that house. And he gave it to in the hands of Swarupa. Thus he began a transcendental life. All these there in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swarup Damodar, Raghut Goswami and all other, like Pandit Vidyanidhi, Bhakrishna Pandit, Gopal Guru and all others there. Haridas Thakur. And then what became? You should speak something. How he came in Vrindavan. His life is like a jewel in Chaitanya Chaitamrita. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami has. What he has written in Chaitanya Chaitamrita, he heard all these things from the mouth of Raghunath Das Goswami. Everything. And then he wrote. You should try to remember his life. A power may come in you. And you can be a devotee like him. Whether you are in worldly life or renounced life. But we try to be like him. We cannot be, but we should pray. To Nityananda Prabhu. Go on.
As we heard from Sripad Ashram Maharaj, how Raghunath, that time later to be known as Raghunath Das Goswami, he arrived in Jagannath Puri, and when he came, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was seated and he was surrounded with all his intimate principal associates. There, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu referred to him, as we heard from Srila Gurudeva, that, O Raghunath, Krishna is causelessly merciful. His mercy is very powerful. How powerful? That His mercy has taken you out from the well of stool. And he also referred to his mother and his father especially as Vaishnava pride. His mother, his father, they were related to Sri Nilambara Chakravarti as brothers. They used to respect him, and he used to give them affection as his brother. So Mahaprabhu, having that relationship, he took that opportunity to speak these words in a more lighter, but giving a very deep and significant meaning to Raghunath. He told them, although his fathers, they were always very kind and affectionate in all the brahmanas, and they used to serve Vaishnavas in so many ways, but in their heart, they did not have true love and motivation for the lotus feet of Krishna. Only externally, from their wealth, they were trying to do these services. So this is very, very good that you have come here and you have the opportunity to now devote yourself 100% in the service of Krishna. Then, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he told Govinda that since Raghunath has been traveling all these days without eating anything, without even taking bath, so he was in a very, very steady condition. So Mahaprabhu told Govinda to take care of him. He then told Raghunath to go to the ocean take bath, then go to take darshans of Lord Jagannath, and then come and honor Prasadam. And Raghunath, he exactly followed the orders of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then, when he came after taking darshans from temple of Lord Jagannath, Govind, who is the servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he offered him the remnants of Lord's Mahaprasad, and Raghunath took it. Now, he was staying under the care of Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami, and he was known as Swarupe Raghu, because Mahaprabhu had another two associates known by the name of Raghunath. So now, to identify Raghunath, this one, so that easily they can understand who we are referring to, he was named as Swarupe Raghu, Raghu of Swarup. Raghunath, he accepted the remnants of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Mahaprasad from Govind for 5 days only. And then from 6th day onwards, he stopped taking that. Instead,
but you should tell also what became of his father and mother, and how they sent a Brahmin and some coins.
Then Raghunath, from 6th day onward, he started begging alms at the door of Sri Jagannath temple, Singha Dwar. This is very common. That
it is after that, first that.
So, in the meantime, what happened was, Shivananda Sen, he came to Jagannath Puri with all the other devotees, and he told Raghunath that when Raghunath had left home and he was coming to Jagannath Puri, his father had attempted to again capture him. So he had sent his men after him, and all these men who were looking after Raghunath, but actually couldn't locate him because he was going through all these jungles and villages and not following the highway path. They came and met this party at Shankara with Shivananda Sen. So they requested Shivananda Sen to hand over Raghunath because his father is worried about him. But Shivananda Sen told that actually Raghunath never came with us. We don't know where he is. So the party went back. So when Shivananda reported this to Raghunath, and then later when Shivananda went back to his place, he gave all this information about Raghunath to his father through a messenger. His father had sent a messenger to Shivananda Sen inquiring if Raghunath had arrived in Puri. And he said yes, now he's under the care of Swarup Damodar and he's living a very, very detached life. And he described how austere Raghunath Goswami was. He hardly used to eat anything, and all day long only completely absorbed in meditation and serving the orders of his master Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and serving Sri Radha Krishna in his heart. Hardly he takes any sleep, and he's wearing just one piece of cloth, and that is also teared from so many places. So when his father, he heard that Raghunath was living in such austere condition, who is actually had lived all this life under their care as a prince, how difficult it would be for Raghunath. So his father was feeling so much pain for his son. So he sent some men, 4 brahmanas, and a lot of gold coins with them to Puri. But when they came to Shivananda Sen said that if you go by yourself, then Raghunath will not accept anything from you. So you should wait, and when next time I told you Jagannath Puri, you come along with me. So they waited for a few months, and then again when Shivananda Sen came to Puri with all the devotees from Gurudeva, these 4 brahmanas and all the gold coins which his father had sent for Raghunath was given to Raghunath. But what did Raghunath actually do? He did not accept that at all. Instead, what he did, he used to take just the little amount of money so that he can invite Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu twice a month for Mahaprasad. And that he continued doing for about 2 years. Every month, for 2 days, he would invite Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for this prasad. But other than that, he did not accept even a single coin from those brahmanas. So this is how Raghunath Das Goswami was so much renunciated. Then what happened? After 2 years, he also stopped giving the invitation to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for Mahaprasad. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he inquired from Sarup Damodar that, "Oh Sarup, why Raghunath is no more giving me invitation for Mahaprasad?" And Sarup Damodar said that he is thinking in his heart that, "Oh, actually, I am doing this, but I can feel that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not pleased from his heart, from within. By doing this, I am not also feeling a great joy. Actually, all I am gaining is a lot of fame, pratishtha. So I know the Lord is not pleased from within. Why? Because the money which is coming from a karmi, those who are materialistic person, is not pure. And any utilization of that pure money can never give us any purity, cannot clean us. Instead, our heart will become more and more contaminated. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this, he was so much pleased. Yes, this is good. I was doing it because I wanted that he should not feel hurt. I did not want you to hurt his sentiments. But now he has realized, what? Vishek anna khaile malin hoy man nahin Krishna smaran. That those who are following this path and those who want to remember Krishna always, continuously, what they should do, by all means, especially those who have taken up to the renounced order of life, they should not eat any food which is coming from the materialistic people's money. Why? Because this money is contaminated with their so many fruitive desires. They may give a gesture that we want to serve the Vaishnavas, but within their heart, they have deep-rooted desires for their self-interest. So all the reaction of those desires will come along with that money. So this money will now contaminate the mind, and such a mind cannot think of Krishna.
If you will eat anything from Mayavadi, after some days you will be Mayavadi. Eat any prostitute, by that business, she will give to you and you will take and eat anything from that money, or you will be lusty. You are bound to be lusty. So Mahaprabhu rejected, and also Raghunath Das. Don't take all these things from any bad person, and don't give it to Thakurji also. Be careful if you want to be pure devotee. Go on.
Then what happened next? Raghunath, he also stopped taking prasad standing at Sringadwar. He did not beg any more alms from that place. Why? Because he felt, this is not good. Because I'm standing there and I'm waiting and I'm watching that, oh, this person who is coming from the temple, he will give me some alms, he will give me some prasad. Oh, maybe he's not giving to this next person who is giving, he will give me prasad. So like this, I'm doing this, but actually this is like prostitution. That's how a prostitute is looking one after another at different person, that person will fulfill her desires or give her something, money or whatever. So Raghunath Das, he stopped begging alms also at Singhdwar, and instead, what did he do? He started taking the rice which comes out from the kitchen of Lord Jagannath Dev in the drain, the leftover rice. When the cooks, they make huge cooking for Lord Jagannath, then after washing some rice, so much they cook, so much rice comes out in the drain. And then the cows, they eat that rice. But then there's some rice which is just lying in the water for so long and it becomes completely rotten. So that even cows do not take that. They cannot eat that rice. So Raghunath, he used to take those grains of rice from the drain and bring them at his place, and he would wash them with water and just mix with little salt, and he would take that. This is how he used to live. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard that now Raghunath had even stopped begging alms from there, and this is how he's maintaining his life, he felt even more pleased that now Raghunath is actually following so nicely and so strictly the order of the renounced order of life. This is how a renunciate should live his life. Why? Because he should not have any expectation from anyone except Krishna. Vairagi huiya kare parapeksha, karya siddhi nae, Krishna kare upeksha. Those who have accepted the renounced order of life, and for any of their needs, if they have any expectation for anyone in this world, then what will happen? Krishna will neglect them. And what will happen? Karya siddhi nae. Their goal will not be fulfilled. Their sadhana will not be perfected. And what will happen? They will deviate from their goal. So Mahaprabhu was very pleased. It is also said, Mahaprabhu Bhakta Madhye Vairagya Pradhan Jahan Lagi Jahanaki Tushtaman Gauru Bhagavan. That among the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, renunciation is very prominent and very natural, because they are so much absorbed in following the instructions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and serving Sri Radha and Krishna inside heart. They are completely satisfied. So externally, that appears to be a great renunciation, which is very natural for these devotees. And that is why Sri Gaurachandra is so much pleased from his devotees. So this is how the sadhak has to focus, that he should absorb himself in the service, in the intimate service of the Lord, so that he can go on this path without getting affected from the onslaughts of the modes of nature and so many unfavorable circumstances. Then what happened? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very pleased. One day, Raghunath, he approached to Sri Damodar Goswami and he requested that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has been very merciful upon me. And by his mercy, I am able to give up the householder life and have come here. But actually, I don't know what is my duty. Why he has done that to me and made me give up my householder life. I want to know what is my duty. What Lord wants me to do. How he wants me to engage myself. Then Sri Damodar Goswami, next day, he approached Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and told him that Raghunath, he is requesting this inquiry from you. He wants to know what is his purpose, what is his goal of life. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he smiled and looked towards Raghunath and told him that I have already entrusted you in the care of Sri Damodar Goswami, Sri Damodar. And as much as he knows about sadhya and sadhan, I also even don't know. So you should take your instructions from him. He knows the details. I don't know that many details. But yet still, if you want to inquire from me, because you have love and affection for me, you have faith for me, so now here, I'm telling you these instructions, and then elaboration you can have from Sri Damodar. And then Mahaprabhu told Raghunath, Gramya Varta na koribe, Gramya Varta na shunibe, Bhavana bhaibe an bhavana koribe. What this means? When
Amani manodhaye Krishnam sadalave, Braje Radha Krishna.
In the first verse he's saying,
very good, very important thing.
In the first line he's saying, Gramya Varta na koribe. Why this is so important for us? Because when we meet each other, which is very common even for all of us, from our waking up in the beginning of day and till our sleep in the night, we are meeting so many people. And what do? We inquire, how are you? How's your family? How's your health? How's your money? How's your work going on? And vice versa, we engage ourselves in these mundane topics. So Mahaprabhu is saying that Gramya Varta na Mohive, when you meet with people, then what you should do? You should not speak about mundane subject matters. And also you should not hear from them. What you should do instead? You should simply talk about Krishna, his pastimes of his devotees. That's how you'll be able to purify yourself. And what you should do more? Bhalona khaibe ar bhalona koribe. You should not dress yourself in a very luxuriant way, in a very, very decent manner. Why? Because by doing so, your identification with your body will become more and more solid and strong. You think I'm this body, so I must spend 2 hours in front of the mirror decorating myself. Or I should have this combination of colors or this combination of colors. The color of my shoes should match the color of my tie, etc., etc., etc. But this is all useless because you're not this body. The reality is, as much as difference is there within your clothes and your body, the same difference is between your body and soul. So we should be actually looking to feed our soul, not our bodies. And bhavana khaibi. Do not eat palatable food. That is the biggest problem. We are all controlled by this tongue. And to satisfy the taste of this tongue, we can eat anything. We will not care to even consider that what food is really meant for me to eat or not eat. We can eat flesh, we can eat anything. They say we can eat anything which has 4 legs except table or a bed. So that means that all the animals, they're meant for our satisfaction. We should try to eat. But Mahaprabhu is saying no. He's not even forbidding us from eating meat. But even if we claim to be vegetarians, so Mahaprabhu is saying that is not enough. That's not adequate. What you should do? You should only honor Krishna Prasad. And again, furthermore, even on the name of Krishna Prasad, what shall I accept? Only the right quantity to maintain my life, to keep my body and soul together. I should not overeat on the name of Prasad. What will happen? I will not be able to control my senses. And again, within that also, I should just eat what? Especially for a renunciate person, some shak, some sabji, spinach and vegetables. This is how he'll be able to purify his senses. Otherwise, he cannot. Then what more? He told Raghunath Das Goswami, he told, Amani manada huya Krishnanam sada lavive. This is most important. The other 2 things, they are important, but they are returning to the external sadhana. They are not yet talking about the internal mood of a sadhana. What is the internal mood of a sadhana? Which is very important. He should be amani. He should not be desiring any name, fame, or feeling of adoration. Whatever he is doing, if there is any mixture, even a taint, even a smell of a desire that, oh, how great I am, how nicely I am doing it, and see, so many people are following me, then everything will be ruined. This desire, Raghunath Das Goswami himself, later when he compiled the verses of Manashiksha, he told that this desire is like a witch. And what does a witch do? What does she do? When any person, he or she gets haunted by a ghost, what happens? You may feed that person as much amount of food you want, but that person stays unhealthy, skinny. And people wonder, oh, he can finish drums and drums of food stuff, but he's not gaining any health. What happens? Instead of he eating that food, that ghost, he eats all that food. But nobody can diagnose that. Similarly, this desire which is sitting in our heart, the desire of pratishtha, for name and fame, it eats away all the fruit of chanting, remembering, engaging in the flames of devotional service. But we don't even notice this. Years and years pass by following the process and we don't realize anything. Why? Because we don't really eat. The goose, the fish which is sitting in our heart is eaten. So Mahaprabhu is forbidding that a devotee should be very careful. And on the contrary, what else he should be doing? He should be ready to give honor to everyone. Appropriate honor to everyone. If he doesn't do that, then what will happen? His heart will never become peaceful. So these 2 things are very important. And what more he should do? Manase, through mind, always, constantly, 24 hours, while he's waking, in his sleep, in his dreams, he should simply think about Krishna. About Krishna, always about serving Krishna. And through his internal form, through his spiritual internal form, what he should do? Radha Krishna Seva, serving the divine couple in Vrindavan. So these are the instructions which Mahaprabhu gave to Raghunath Das Goswami, appearing to be just 4 lines, but they contain all the essence of service for Raghunath. And later, Sri Sarup Damodar, he very nicely explained all these things to Raghunath Das. He continues to stay in Jagannath Puri for 16 years. And later, in that time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also gave him Govardhan Shila and Gunjamala, which Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself used to worship. How? He considered Govardhan Shila like Brajendranandan Shyam Sundar himself. Non-different from Krishna, exactly Krishna himself. Sometimes Mahaprabhu would keep that Govardhan Shila on his eyes, sometimes on his heart, when he used to feel the pangs of separation from him. So that Shila he gave to Raghunath Das Goswami and gave the Gunjamala. Upon receiving this wonderful gift from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Raghunath Das Goswami was feeling so much ecstasy that how Mahaprabhu is so merciful to him that he has given him his worshipable Lord. Who? Krishna himself. And by giving Gunjamala, what he has done? He has actually given him Srimati Radhika, or has given him the service of Srimati Radhika. So Raghunath Das Goswami was now completely overwhelmed with the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was serving Govardhan Shila and Gunjamala.
After that, what became? Happy days went on. Mahaprabhu's purpose was soft. Advaitacharya sent him a poem that your all are now fulfilled. You should come back to Golok Vrindavan. So Mahaprabhu anyhow always observed in Gambhira, always beating Krishna, Krishna like that, with Sarup Damodar and all. After some time, he left this world. All the associates began to weep, and whole Jagannath Puri became like a desert. Gradually, Sarup Damodar, Rai Ramanand, Gadadhar Pandit even, they passed away. After that, Raghunath was there, but he wanted to die in separation mode. Where is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Where is Sarup Damodar, Rai Ramanand, all always weeping. He wanted to die, but how he can die? So he left Jagannath Puri and came to Vrindavan. He wanted to climb up on the Govardhan and to fall down and to give air. Or he should jump in Jamuna. But Jamuna, no river, dry. And in the meantime, Rup Sanatan met him and consoled him. I also wanted to die, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, die will not do. It will not give you love and affection for us. So please follow us. Be in Radhakund and out with him. And he became. After some time, what became? Rup Goswami also. Sanatan Goswami. They went to their Lord, Radha Krishna and Mahaprabhu in Svedina and Golok. Then he was so much upset. And he began to chant a slok like that. Yeah. Tum dayate sunyayate mahagostam gridram ajgarayate vyagratun dayate kundam jiva. In separation of Srila Rupa Goswami, where I will be? No shelter at all. I left all these shelters and I was taking in the last shelter of Rupa and Sanatan. They had also left. Why should I do? Now I took shelter in the Govardhan, but now he is like and ghost means Braja. What? Like desert. And Giriraj like serpent. Python. Radhakunda? Kailash. What should I do? And this, reminding his pastimes of Radha Krishna Astakari Leela, Kishore Rati Manjari. And the service of Rati Manjari, remembering, and he went in transcendental. Follow Raghunath Das Goswami ki. If you want to be a pure devotee, you should always remember the instructions of Mahaprabhu to Raghunath Das Goswami and his life and career. Then you can be love and affection. Also today, is the birthday of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. But only who was Raghunandan, who was one of the associates of Sri Chaitanya, high class of learned, and he was teacher of Sangeet Vidyalaya also, always living with Mahaprabhu. So, when he was dancing once, his ankle belt and it went 3 or 6 miles away from there, and there became a very big pond. Still in his birthplace, we went there and we saw the glories of Raghunandan, always with Mahaprabhu. He has some connection with Mukunda and Mukunda Ghosh, Basu Ghosh, all were related to him, always pleasing Mahaprabhu. He has a tree, Kadamba tree. Only 2 flowers used to be there daily, and he used to take and to serve his Thakurji. And also, once he was serving conjugal or Mahaprabhu, conjugal perhaps. And so many coconut fruits were brought here. One of the servants brought, and he kept on wash and kept in the door. Oh, he became very furious. The dust here coming and touching these, all are coming and the food dust are coming, and so you should throw it out. He was so pure. So anything pure can be given to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even if you will offer anything, if your heart is not pure, he will not take. Krishna will never take. So Raghunandan was like this. Raghunandan is your father, or you are son of Raghunandan, that same person. To whom? Mukunda. Mukunda was son of Raghunandan. But Mahaprabhu asked Raghunandan, you are son of Mukunda or Mukund is your son? He told that I am son of Mukund.
Raghunandan was son, Mukund was father.
Oh, Mukund was father. So he told I am son of my son. Why? Because he brought me to you. So those who brings to Krishna, he is really like a father. So there are so many. Now Vishwanath, and very brief you should tell. Very brief. Only some teaching. In 5 minutes, not more than. And dance should be ready. Drama. They should be ready quickly. In a moment I will tell them to do so. Very interesting, but very high class of teachings are in this. Very short.
So, today's disappearance day of Srila Visnupriya Chakravarti Thakur. Srila Visnupriya Chakravarti Thakur, Gurudeva ordered me to discuss something about his teachings. Srila Visnupriya Chakravarti Thakur, for sadhakas, he composed so many books like Bindu, Bhakti Samit Sindhu Bindu, Ujjal Nilmani Kiran, and Bhagavatamrit Kana.
When he made it?
Before he coming in Vrindavan.
Or when he was a student in his school of his Gurudeva.
Yeah.
His father and Gurudeva were sent.
And Raghavatma Chandrika, Madhurya Kadambini, and so many commentary like commentary of Srimad Bhagavatam, commentary of Bhagavad Gita, commentary of Bhakti Sindhu, commentary of Ujjal Nilmani, commentary of Chaitanya Charitamritam.
And Stava Amrita Lahari.
And Stava Amrita Lahari, so many prayers for Sri Krishna, Srimati Radhika, and that Master Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and their associates.
Also he is the manifestation of Rupa Goswami. Parkiyadadi, most strong.
He was manifestation of Sri Rupa Goswami, and establish paramore mood. So at that time, there's so many Vaishnavas, they became furious. Oh, Srila Jiva Goswami Pad has told about Sakyavad, but Chakravarti Thakur is going against of Jiva Goswami Pad and preaching Parakyavad or Paramonu. Oh, we have to kill him. Narahega Bas, Navajagi Basuri. If we kill him, then he could not preach anymore Parakyavad or Paramonu. But Srila Jiva Goswami Pad has told in his writing, Sitra Likitam Kinchit, Kinchit Likitam Parechaya. I am writing something for my own mood, and something I am writing for others who are unqualified to understand this paramore mood. The Vaishnavas who could not understand the Jiva Goswami's mood, they thought that Chakravarti Thakur is quite opposite of Jiva Goswami, so we have to kill him. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, being in Vrindavan, used to do parikrama Vrindavan Dham every day, about 5 crores. So one day he was doing parikrama, that Vaishnavas hide themselves inside a grove with some eggs and sticks. When we pass through in these groves, we shall kill him, then none can understand. So when Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur was doing parikrama, and he entered that through that groves was passing. In the meantime, they became ready to kill Chakravarti Thakur. And they saw one teenage girl and asked, Lovely, have you seen Chakravarti Thakur? The teenage girl smilingly replied, Oh, and what is your identification? Who are you? She told, Oh, I am from Jawat. My Swaminiji has sent to me to collect some power, so I came here. And she passed through little bit and smilingly disappeared. After that, they saw again Chakravarti Thakur. Then they understood that Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur not an ordinary person. So then they came to him and full flat on his lotus feet and asked for forgiveness and took initiation from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and told, Please excuse me. Then Chakravarti Thakur, he was not stopped by them and he preached Parakyamud freely, no obstacle at all. So for sadhakas, he wrote Madhurya Kadambini. In Madhurya Kadambini, he gave us some highlight how we can advance in Krishna consciousness. When we took first initiation from Gurudev told, you will chant 16 rounds a day, you will respect Vaishnavas and do arati, etc., etc. Then he became very enthusiastic. Oh, now today I became Vaishnava. And he completed his round at first. After that, going to sleep or for prasad. Family member or mother or anyone is calling, Prabhu, please come. Oh my dear son, please come and take prasad. No, I have to finish my rounds. Unless until I will not finish my rounds, I am not able to take prasad. And she became very enthusiastic. Just like our Guru Vargas has given an example. When you send your small boy to school, and he has given one book, a red book like A for apple, B for bear, C for cat, D for deer, went to school. And he learned 4 or 5 alphabets, and teacher patted him, oh, you are a very good boy, extremely intelligent. When he came back to his house, oh, became very happy. Oh, I am very good boy. And next day when he went to school, he could not answer properly. Then teacher twist his ear. Coming back, look like very doom. Mother is calling, oh my dear son, what happened? And next third day, doesn't like to go to school. Similarly, when he took initiation, then he became very enthusiastic. This is called Utsaha Moim. After some days, we could not complete our rounds, headache came, and could not understand some philosophy. Then it became Ghanutarala, sometimes thick and sometimes thin. Sometimes so much enthusiastic, sometimes nothing, a little bit. So Ghanutarala. And after that, next stage called Buddha Vikalpa, means indecision. What shall I do? Today is the appearance day of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. We have heard so many things. Being in household life, our love and affection will be divided in so many places. Better, let's all take renounce order. So many renounced person is traveling with Gurudev. I will be in their party, then I can serve Gurudev, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and divine couple properly. And next moment, when Gurudev leave from here, next moment going house, oh, what shall I do? Aham me pitaro vriddho. Oh, my parents are quite old. And if I leave this house, then my wife will be like widow. Who will take care for her? And my kids, they're quite small. When I used to come back from my business, then he used to come in broken language, Chad, candy please. So who will take care of them? So now he is in decision. Shall I be in renounced life or in household life? This stage called Buddha Vikalpa. When you are doing bhajan, sometimes renunciation comes in our mind, sometimes not. It's called Buddha Vikalpa. After that, Visaya Sangara. During bhajan, sometimes seeing this material thing, sometimes I overcome of them and sometimes they defeat us. Sometimes we defeated by material desire, sometimes we conquered material desire. It's called Visaya Sangara. Visaya means material thing, Sangara means fighting with them. Visaya Sangara. After that, Taranga Rangini. Taranga Rangini means, after that, Niyama Kshama. Niyama Kshama means, if you disjoin Sandhi, Niyam plus Akshama, Niyama Kshama. You took some vow, I shall do this, do that, and after that I do this, do that, everything. Like in rule and regulation, when you are chanting and doing archan or meditating, you should not give up at that time and should not stood up and should not do other works. If your Gurudev will come, then or an elevated Vaishnava will come, you have to must give up that service, even you are doing archan of deity, and have to come and respect Gurudev or elevated Vaishnavas, and taking permission from them have to go there. Otherwise, you could not advance in Krishna consciousness. Just like I am giving an example. In ancient India, there was a king named Indradumna. Giving up his household life, he went to jungle and was meditating. At that time, Agastya Rishi was passing through that area. See Agastya Rishi, he opened his eyes once and closed again. Then Agastya Rishi came and told, oh, what kind of devotee you are? I am Agastya Rishi Jagadguru, you are not respecting me. You are sitting like an elephant. You must be elephant. And he became elephant, and you know from Srimad Bhagavatam, the fighting between elephant and crocodile. That same Indradumna Maharaj was elephant. So he took some vow, but could not maintain. Agastya Rishi has come. His duty was to stood up and respect him, welcome him. But he could not do so. He had in his mind it was, I took vow and I shall break my vow. This is Niyama Kshama. And Taranga Rangini. In Taranga Rangini, when he overcome all these stages, after that he's chanting, and sometimes during chanting remembering, some test is coming from material desire, that he is not defeated by them, but yes, he is releasing the stress. This is called Taranga Rangini. Taranga means waves, Rangi means to play. He has seen that waves of material desire playing, but could not affect him. This is anartha. In sadhu stage, this must be there. When we will more advance in Krishna consciousness, under guidance of a bona fide Gurudev, being in a good association, then we will overcome of the 6 stages. Still there are some anarthas there. It's called Loy, Bikche, Apatipatti, Kosai, Rasasar. What is loy? Loy means to sleep. Just like Gurudev gave us initiation and told tomorrow Kundalini will do fire sacrifice. Before that you can chant your Gayatri mantras by finger which Gurudev had showed you. And Gurudev gives some outline, you meditate this and that. So you cover your hand with cloth and are meditating. In that time sleepiness comes. You forget when you start to chant your Gayatri mantras. Sometimes you are chanting, you rather forget that what mantra you are chanting, your mind went to your business. Sometimes your mind went to whom you called 10 days before or 20 years before. Your mind went there. And especially you fall asleep. In meditation or smaran you become more sleepy. And when you are hearing Harikatha, I have seen also during Harikatha Gurudev somebody is going to trance. Though they are not in trance in Muralamba, here they are going in trance. This is also category of law. And when you do kirtan, then less sleep. Very rare chance for sleeping. So more sleepiness will come kirtan to Shravan and more will come Shravan to Smaran. This is called law. Bikchet. Bikchet means
Very short. Try to finish. Time is over.
Bikchet means B means specially and specially chet means obstacle. When you are doing Shravan, Kirtan, etc., at that time you could not attention properly. This is called Bikchet or Pratipatti. What you are hearing from class, from Gurudev and Vaishnavas, could not accept properly, you are hearing, or next month you forget. This is called Apratipatti. Kosai. Though there is no law Bikchet or Pratipatti, there is some fault. And Rasasar, and sometime material test is coming, is called Rasasar. When all this will go, then Bhakti Bhavati Noistiki, then Nishtha will come. After the Ruchi, Asakti, etc., we are from Gurudeva and very
One most important thing of Srila Visvanatha Thakur, that he sent Baldev Vidyabhushan in Jaipur. There were so many things in opposition of Radha and Krishna. For Radha Krishna is not married by Indian culture, by reciting mantras and everything. So, in temples, Radha and Krishna should not be worshipped. And Gaudiya Vaishnava are no Vaishnava Sampradaya. There are no Vedanta Sutra commentary. So, king was very upset. He was disciple of Gaudiya Vaishnava. He sent a message to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. But he was too old and he did not wanted to give up Vrindavan. So he sent Baladev Vidyabhushan. And he went there in a night. He wrote Govinda Bhashya, very weak, very authentic, with so many proofs. And he established that Radha Krishna love is pure and we should serve Radha and Krishna together. And he defeated all opposite party of Sri Sampradaya and others. So this was the biggest thing of. And he did more songs. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ki. Now dramas played, they should begin at once. And you should do kirtan of Jai Govinda, Jai Gopal.